Average Row, what's up, man? Just thought we'd say hello. It's a beautiful day. Wish you were here. It would be so much better, but yeah, hit the like button, man. You know the drill.
And I simply can't deny it, that I feel adventure calling out to me. Yeah, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for...
How's it going, everyone? My name's Rowan Ellsmore and you're watching Average Row. And for those of you who are new to my channel, I make videos about travel, adventure, filmmaking, and camera equipment. And last December, I went on a big vacation to a bunch of Caribbean islands and Florida. And I've already shared my adventures in Grand Turks and St. Kitts, but there's so much more of the trip that I haven't shared with you guys yet. And I visited some pretty cool places, like San Juan in Puerto Rico, Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, and Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. So here's the rest of my Caribbean adventure. But before I get into that, I want to tell you guys about what happened yesterday on Canada Day. Cannonball! Woo! So, yesterday I went downtown to celebrate Canada Day, and I had big plans production-wise. I wanted to make kind of an artsy edit about Canada Day and what it means to be Canadian. But unfortunately, Ottawa's experiencing a huge heat wave right now. The temperature reached like record highs, 47 degrees Celsius with the humidex, which is about 116 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was a boiling hot day. I was only able to last a couple of hours downtown because it felt like I was in a microwave, but I did film some stuff, so here it is. So it's not quite as hot today as it was yesterday, and I think that the only time I've experienced heat that intense was the day that I was in San Juan, Puerto Rico. That day was insanely hot, but I still had a great time because San Juan is such an interesting place. And the best word I can use to describe San Juan is vibrant. Everything there is so vibrant. And I remember walking down a street and I felt like I was on the set of a movie, because on either side of me there's these tall square houses that were all different colors, and I was walking down a cobblestone street and you could hear like music from around the corner. It was pretty cool. So while I was there, I picked up some coffee that I sent to Peter McKinnon. And if you don't know who he is, you should go and check him out. He makes some awesome videos and he loves coffee. And I also saw some pretty interesting landmarks when I was in San Juan. I saw the place where the music video for Despacito was filmed. Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas. I also saw one of two old forts in San Juan. The one that I went to is called the Castillo de San Cristobal. The Castillo de San Cristobal is a beautiful 235-year-old fort that helped protect San Juan from a bunch of English attacks. And now it's a museum, so there's a bunch of lookout points. You can go and get a good look at old San Juan and also just look out over the ocean. But my favorite part of it was the dungeons. In the dungeons, you could go into a prison cell and see drawings of ships and names on the walls from the prisoners that were actually held in there. And keep in mind that this fort was active during the time that there were real pirates. So there's a good chance that real Pirates of the Caribbean were held in that very cell. So in between destinations, I was on a cruise ship, and the ship I was on was called the Carnival Sunshine. It was the first cruise I've ever been on, so I had no idea what to expect, but I thought that the days where we would be at sea would be the most boring days. But to my surprise, they weren't. There was always something going on the ship, and even if you weren't interested in that specific thing, you could go to the water park or go and play mini putt. The cruise director was awesome. His name is Lee Mason. Go check him out on Instagram. He was super charismatic and always doing something crazy.
We are here on the Carnival Sunshine, showing the carnival glory that they're on the second best carnival cruise ship in Grand Turks. To your cruise straight to glory, Chris Love and CeeLo. Sorry mate, we're having more fun than you. Merry Christmas.
Another thing that I noticed is that everywhere I looked, there was food, which is great for me since I'm a huge foodie, and I was able to try some pretty interesting things. So I'm trying something really cool right now. This is alligator. I've never had alligator before, but there's these like spicy alligator nuggets, I guess, so let's try one. Yeah, that's really good.
What's it taste like?
I guess it's the closest thing it tastes like chicken, but it's softer. Our next port of call was in Amber Cove, and Amber Cove is a port built by the Carnival Cruise Line meant for the Carnival cruise ships, and it's an absolutely gorgeous area. It kind of looks like something out of Jurassic Park, and it's right near Puerto Plata, which is a popular tourist destination, and it's got like a bunch of all-inclusive resorts and stuff like that. So as soon as my dad and I got off the cruise ship, we went straight to the excursions booth because we just wanted a simple beach day. But for some reason, every single excursion that went to the beach also went to this marketplace for a couple of hours. And my dad and I weren't interested in that, so we kept asking a bunch of different booths until we finally found one that was willing to bring us on a beach-only excursion if we were able to gather a group of 6 people. So my dad and I set up camp right in front of their booth, and we started selling our own excursion. So eventually we got enough people to go on the excursion, we returned back to the booth, and they agreed to bring us to the beach. In the end, we got our beach day, and it was super relaxing. I tried coconut water fresh out of the coconut. Okay, so here I got a coconut freshly cut. It's really heavy. That's fresh coconut cheese. I went swimming in the sea, but the most interesting part of the entire excursion was actually the drive to the beach. I had never been to the Dominican Republic before then, so I had no idea what it was like, but driving through a real town there gave me a glimpse of what the country's like. It is stinking hot out here, and that pretty much does it for the cruise portion of my trip. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to stay tuned because I will make a video on my time in Orlando, Florida, so keep an eye out for that. And thank you guys for 3,000 subscribers. You guys are absolutely incredible. I really do appreciate the support. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.